Smart people read. The smartest people read a lot, but we are so busy. How do they find time to read? Well, I've got a really smart way to read more and get smarter. What is it? It's called Blinkist. I'll show it to you today on dottotech. Steve Dotto here. How the heck you doing this fine day? At dottotech, we make technology easy so you can do more. Now, today I want to show you one of my great life hacks. How do I stay on top of things and stay current with so many different business books and theories and ideas? I do it by compressing time as much as possible and taking advantage of shoulder time. What do I mean by shoulder time? Like when I'm going for a walk or when I'm doing housework, when I'm cooking. I try and take that time and occasionally, well, fairly regularly, learn, as opposed to just having quiet time listening to music or something, which there's plenty of value in. I also take that time and I listen to podcasts or I listen to audiobooks. Now, audiobooks take a long time to get through. It's got to be a really good book for me to dedicate 14 or 18 or 20 hours to listen to an audiobook. A lot of the books, I want to get the idea for what the author's talking about, especially when we're talking about business books. I want to get the idea for the theories and the themes that the author is sharing. I don't necessarily have to read all of the nuance. If I'm really enraptured by the author's message, I can read the book. But instead of reading the entire book, I bought a subscription to Blinkist. Now, Blinkist is a service that takes and compresses books down, finds the salient points of the books and shares them with us so we can understand the author's message and theme. It's especially wonderful for business books, but it also works pretty well for things like biographies and even some history books. But for business books, oh my gosh, it is a godsend. Now, normally at this moment here in our videos, I will be telling you about our sponsor, but we don't have a sponsor for this particular episode because in the spirit of full disclosure, I decided to become a Blinkist affiliate. So if you decide that you like this service and you click on the links I provide, you'll be clicking on one of my affiliate links, which provides sponsorship for this channel. I will say I do pay for the Blinkist subscription that I use myself. It is something that I find enough value in to actually purchase. So, shall we jump in and have a look at Blinkist? Are you curious? Let's go and take a look. I will put a link to the Blinkist site with my affiliate link below in the description. But if you visit the site, you'll see that it's a service and an app. I think primarily you'll end up using Blinkist on your smartphone, although you could certainly use it on your Kindle, your tablet, your computer as well. The service works in all of those spaces. Essentially what Blinkist does is it takes books and compresses them into small little 15 to 20 minute reads. So it'll take an entire business book and it takes all of the main points that the author wants to create and it shares them as things that they call blinks, hence the term Blinkist. And these are just little key nuggets from the author's perspective. Now, let me take you into it on my smartphone to start things out, because I do think that your phone is probably the way that you're going to use it the most. It's certainly the way that I have the most experience using it, and so I found enough value to subscribe here, mainly through the smartphone app. You download the app, you sign up for the service. The pricing is on the website, and they have various promotions, etc. I think it's around $8 a month is what I pay. Not 100% positive. But when you're brought into it, you have a Discover section. If you're looking down here on the bottom, a Discover section and a Library section, and then your profile is here as well. But if you go into the Discover section, that's where you can go and you can find books, and then you can choose to download the books. Now, you're not just limited to text versions of books. One of the things I find the most value in with these books is they also record the blinks as audio files. So about a 15 to 20 minute walk, you can get the entire gist of a business book. I love that feature, and it's probably the one that it's not probably, it is the one that I use the most. So we go through it now. It knows me a little bit. It knows the sort of things that I'm interested in, the sort of books I'm interested in, and it's already starting to curate content and suggest content for me. So you see business and marketing books, The Thank You Economy from Gary Vaynerchuk, Seth Godin's All Marketers Are Liars. You see all of the different books that they are recommending for me. So if I wanted to add, say, Seth's book here on All Marketers Are Liars, I just click here on the plus, and it brings me into the book itself, and I can see what assets are available to me in this book. I can read the book here. It gives me a synopsis, but I can also listen to the book. Now, not every book has an audio component. At least I don't think every book has an audio component. Most of the ones that I've looked at do indeed have an audio component. So if we decide that we want to read this book, here's what it looks like as we go through reading a book in Blinkist. It brings us into this. It almost looks like an editor where we can go through and we can read the main synopsis. But right here at the very top, there is these three lines, and the lines introduce you and bring you into the Blink section, where you can look at each of the main points that the author makes. Here we have 8 points that Seth has made in this particular book, and we can go in and we can read each point as we go through. Now, one of the things that's kind of nice about this is you can go in and you can select any of the content in any of the if you find something that is incredibly valuable as you're reading it, if you find something that's incredibly valuable that you want to save, you want to share with somebody else, it's a quote that you want to remember, you can highlight it. And the reason I say this looks like an editing interface is it's not just a reading interface. You can grab that information, and if we tap over here on the right-hand side, we can highlight this or share it. If we highlight it, what it does is it saves it into like a scrapbook of quotes that we want to save from all of our books. So the salient thoughts that you want to access later are now saved into your scrapbook. You can also share these links as social posts, as tweets. You can share them as emails or as texts. You can share them in a variety of different ways that way, but that all fits together. Now, let me take you back, and let's go back into my library here. And I'm going to go for my Discover section, and we can do searches and things like that here as well. I'll show you this on the desktop computer in a moment as well. But let's go into my library, and let's take a look at, which one do we want to go? Let's take a look. Okay, I'm partway through listening to, again, Jab, 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 Right Hook, which is one of my favorite marketing books of all time. And you see now the 3 little lines where we went in to see all of the blinks are there, but do you see next to that there's the little headphones? If we tap on that, we can then bring up the audio player, which will allow us to listen to each of the blinks.
Social media is essential for successful
files.
product
And this is
marketing.
what I do as I'm walking, is I listen to them as I would a podcast or an audiobook. But it only is going to take me 15 minutes to be refreshed on all of the thoughts that Gary, not all of the thoughts, but many of the main points that Gary was sharing here in Jab, 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 Right Hook. And the player's pretty sophisticated. You can actually speed up the playback if you choose.
The rapid spread of cell phones has completely changed the way we consume media.
And have it
In the
play
United
back
States alone,
at a
there are
very,
nearly
very high
325
rate of
million
speed. So that gives you an idea of what it's like managing and viewing and reading the content from your smartphone. But if we go onto the desktop computer, let's just jump back there for a moment and take a look at the exact same information here. So everything that I've just, my account, all access to all of the books that I have in my account are available here on my desktop as well. And I just wanted to show you and to give you an idea of some of the different types of content that they have available, and then how you go about checking to see if the books that you're most interested in are here. So they show us by category, and you can see here there's a lot of categories: science, economics, culture, money and investing, sex and relationships, parenting. All of these kind of how-to and personal development type topics are really the strength of what Blinkist represents. I don't think it's great, and I don't even think there's many available. Like, it's not good for romantic novels or historical fiction, those sorts of things that we read for entertainment. Those we don't really want to blast our way through. We want to leisurely read them and enjoy them, and at that point their reading becomes a pastime, which is a pleasurable pastime and not really something which we're trying to get something out of it, like we're trying to learn something. But most of these topics here are things there where we want to hear the author's perspective, learn what it is they have to teach, and decide whether or not we want to incorporate it. There are times as I listen to different books in Blinks, and I go, the Blink's not enough. I want to read the book. At that point there, you can purchase the book directly through the app or go to yourself at Amazon and buy the book, but it gives you the option to kind of go through it at 300 miles an hour and decide if you want to go back and have a nice leisurely drive through the content. So here we see a list of all of the different topics, general topic areas. But if we want to go in and actually search for individual titles, I just typed in "This is Marketing" because we were talking about Seth Godin just a few moments ago. His newest book was only released a couple of months ago. And if I take a look here, it's already available here. Most of the main business books we find available in Blinkist very quickly. They're adding titles every month, and it is so all of the current books are pretty much there. And you can do a quick search to see what's available and what's not to determine if the value is there for you. Oh, I know what I should show you before we wrap things up, is I should just show you that. No, I can show you the highlight section here because I highlighted that comment from Seth on my smartphone just a second ago. Let's go into highlights here on my computer, and hopefully, there it is. All marketers are liars, Seth Godin. So there's the quote that I just pulled. So it's really nice to have access to this on your computer or your desktop. If you want to pull these quotes and you want to use them for emails, or you want to use them you want to integrate them somehow into your business mix. Oh, one last thing is I'm showing you this on my smartphone, but if you're a real Kindle reader, if you like reading the books yourself, but you're happy to read the short little blinks, you can also send this to your ebook reader. It works just as well on ebook readers and tablets as it does on the smartphone and the desktop. So that's it. A good look at Blinkist. I hope you found our video today to be helpful. I would love to hear your comments. Are you using a service like this? Is there other ones that you think are better? Or I'd just like to hear your thoughts. I read every comment that you post below, so I encourage you to let me know what you think. If you've not yet subscribed to dottotech, I encourage you to please hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell to make sure that you are notified when we upload new videos. Till next time, I'm Steve Dotto. Have fun storming a castle.